One, and we are live.
Oh, good.
Hi, everybody. We are live. Welcome to the very first stream of Arium. Arium is a game created by Will, who just funded his Kickstarter. And this is a tabletop RPG system where you can create your own world, basically, make your own sandbox to play in. And that is what we will be doing today. So today we are going to be brainstorming and world building. We have M here as our lovely GM. She does this quite a lot professionally. We have B. They are also professional tabletop players. Do I have that correctly?
Yes, player and GM and facility, whatever the titles are. It's just I wear all the hats stacked on top.
We've got, of course, Will, the creator of Arium. You will be playing with us. Bill, who is one half of the podcast duo Escape This Podcast. Super, super cool escape room podcast. I have talked about this with a bunch of my patrons. It is very cool. I have been on it. And then, of course, Stephen Fishback, who I think most of my viewers will know, two-time Survivor player and avid RPGer.
They may know me under my pseudonym iPad 7, so that may be more familiar for your channel.
I know I like how you were iPad 7 in the other games. That now that we're in role-playing mode, you are actually playing under the Stephen Fishback.
I've tried, yeah. It's like The Masked Singer. I'm like revealing my true self for this experience.
Awesome. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will let M take it away.
Well, thank you so much. First off, for having us on your channel. That's amazing, and very much looking forward to seeing the world we create together. As you said before, Will is one of the creators of this game, and I think I'm going to let him tell us a little bit about it. Will, tell us about yourself and this game.
I have to talk? I didn't know I was going to have to talk. All right, I'm Will. I'm Will, yeah. Let's see. I am a RPG gamer for a long time, and I got into designing and creating RPGs a few years ago, and I had this idea that I really liked and came together with some friends who were also writers and sort of did this fun little exercise where we built a world together like this, and we did it, in person and with sticky notes instead of on a board like we're going to do tonight for electronic, but it was really fun. And a couple of us really liked RPGs, and we thought, gosh, what if we turned that into an RPG? And so, well, we did. And then we ran a Kickstarter and we raised a bunch of money, and now we're going to send books to everyone. So we're really excited. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
All right. B, did you want to tell us about yourself a little bit?
I could try, and it's just an attempt. Hello, my name is B Zelda. My pronouns are they, them. If you are so inclined, you can find me on Twitter as @B_Zelda. I am often a podcaster. I'm a member of the Broadswords, which is an all-women, non-binary D&D podcast. We are excitedly switching to the Cypher system from Monty Cook Games in like a year, and I cannot wait. Which also means the finale of the podcast is coming, and I'm going to cry my eyes out, but that's okay. I am a streamer, which is why I'm here. I'm a professional GM. I run games for Magpie Games occasionally, and I run games just myself. If you ever want to have me sit at your table, just send me a DM on Twitter.
Wow, awesome. Thank you. Bill, do you want to follow that up?
Yeah, hey, it's me. So, as PG mentioned, so I do a lot of podcasting stuff. If you we're introduced as part of Escape This Podcast, where we design audio-only escape rooms and have guests on every episode to play those. We also run Solve This Murder, which is coming back after a bit of a hiatus soon, in which I try and solve murder mysteries that my wife creates, which is good fun, but very difficult. It's very, very hard. I'm also on Twitch. I don't know if people knew that I just on like a normal Twitch channel. We play a lot of like Nancy Drew games. I've also been playing like XCOM and Batman. That's all Play This Game _live. But everything that you want now is all like connected under Consume This Media, which it doesn't even matter. There's just, you'll find stuff if you look for it. But no, I've been playing role-playing games forever. I started when I was 13 or 14 on a system called Merp, which I'm always really excited if people know Merp. It's an old. Yeah, it was a game that was already out of print when I first started playing it. And it's all about like table lookups. You're constantly going like, oh, I rolled a 77 against your armor of this, and I check the table here, and I find this to get to a new table, and then I look up. It's so good, guys. It's so good.
You're really selling out.
For those who love Excel.
But yeah, and so now I'm here to play a new game, which is fun. I'm always excited to play a new game, and so I'm really looking forward to it.
Steven, tell us about yourself.
So yeah, as PG mentioned, you probably know me best from being on Survivor. I've been the runner-up on a number of reality shows and game shows, including Survivor, Sequester, Reality Game Masters, and I'm excited to be somewhere, where I can't lose, as far as I know. And also a reality TV podcaster, also, there too, someone's sidekick, Rob Sesternino's sidekick, as part of the Survivor Know-It-Alls, the Genius Know-It-Alls, the Game of Thrones Know-It-Alls, and of course we also had our beloved relationship advice podcast, the Love Know-It-Alls. So I'm thrilled to be doing something that, again, like, does not have know-it-alls in the title.
Well, I don't know it all, so I'm glad I have Will here to help me out run his amazing game.
You're on your own.
Uh-oh. All right, I'll wing it. So that brings me to me. My name is Em or Emily. You might find me on the internet by the name Anthrama. I am a full-time content creator, professional GM, and I guest on shows around the internet. My most recent venture is a merger with Level 1 Geek, which you can find here on Twitch. We're going to have our very first stream on that channel on the 5th, where we are going to review Wander Home. Wander Home.
I love that game.
We promote indie TTRPGs, so that's really what we do, is we help bring light to amazing games, and we're excited to do that on Twitch now. With that being said, I think we should play this freaking game.
We should.
All right. If we could get our amazing Trello board up. Da-da-da-da.
I think there's like a 5-second delay, so it's not as impressive, but like it's so impressive for me.
I should have rumbled the whole time until I saw it. That So, we are going to start with all of our players who are in Trello. Do you all have it open?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So basically,
yes, I do.
All right. Basically, what we're going to do is we start Arium by creating the world together. This is an awesome creative process where we all brain dump our ideas and then we pick together what we want to play. So that means we could play anything from Vikings who are in a post-apocalyptic time sailing the high seas because there's no more land. Or we could be playing a rom-com Greek mythology game. Or we could have Weird West. It's literally anything we can imagine we're going to play. Or we can play fantasy because fantasy is tried and true. To kind of help you guys get familiar with this process, we're going to start on our practice board. How this works is you're just going to hit that first add a card. And what we're going to do is everyone's going to brain dump their 3 favorite movies. So normally there's a timer for Arium Create, but right now I'm just going to let you guys take the time you need to get used to the system. So go ahead and just drop your favorite movies.
I didn't know there was going to be a test.
There's
no.
one movie for never. You make a new card just by hitting add another card, type it, hit enter. That'll complete the card, and then you can do another add card.
Oh, we should have 3 cards, not 1 card.
3 cards. 3 cards. Sorry. And you can remove a card by right-clicking and hitting archive. Chat, I'm curious, what's your favorite movies? Just while they're doing
What's my favorite movie?
Well, obviously one of them is The Princess Bride.
Okay, done.
Yep.
This is so much easier when people answer them for me. I just wrote The Princess.
All of my movies are like from pre-2000s. I feel like I'm really dating myself.
No, that just means you like classics. That's good.
I'm having a hard time with the third movie.
I'm saying Scott Pilgrim, Paddington 2.
Oh yeah. Paddington 2.
I didn't even know
strong.
that was...
Oh, Paddington 2 is like the higher rated of the 2 Paddington movies. Yeah.
I don't really watch movies. So I'm not sure why I picked this. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, it's a struggle. What's the Avenger movie with Thor, and it's like the newer one?
Ragnarok.
Thank you. I think I enjoyed that. If memory serves.
Very good. Where he's still hot.
Yeah.
I have no idea what my favorite movies are, so I'm just going to add 2 obscure movies that
Or you can take them from
people aren't
chat
going
if
to
you
know.
want. We can get some chat.
I don't trust you, chat. Get out of here.
Sorry, chat. You've been proven untrustworthy. We will not take suggestions from you at this time.
Ooh, Back to the Future's in there. I think I like that movie.
Oh, that actually
you
is.
guys can use another movie. If you see a movie and you're like, you know what, that is the best movie, you can add that one in as well. Because
right, chat, keep going.
Yeah, you're fine.
And he's in here twice. Very good.
Yeah. All right. Does everyone have their 3 movies up? Just give me a thumbs up when you do.
Yeah.
I think.
All right. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and just read these out. And when I get to yours, wave your hand at this screen. So we've got The Princess Bride. Excellent choice. Goonies, which I recently saw for the first time. Oh, we got 2 Goonies. All right, this is great. So what happens when you have 2 the same is you just remove one of them. Good to do. And that just means that, okay, yeah, some people were on the same thought process. Goonies is a great movie. The Black Panther. Another Princess Bride. So I'm going to take that one out. Perfect. Thor Ragnarok. Dazed and Confused. Labyrinth.
I love that one's in there.
I haven't seen Labyrinth. I got really attacked about this weekend.
Oh, dang. I've never seen it either.
I watched Labyrinth for the first time like a few months ago. Very good.
It's still
I watched it the first time. I had no nostalgia. It was really fun. I loved it.
Oh, that's good to hear. They were just like David Bowie, and I was like, okay, gosh, I'll watch the movie.
Bowie and creepy Muppets. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Your Name.
It's me.
Oh, that's fair.
Right.
Fight
That's sad
Club.
romance. That's also me. I think I like that movie. It's like the first movie I watched as like a teenager, and it really made me want to be angsty.
Oh yeah. The Witch. Blade Runner.
Ooh, very
Down by Law.
That's me. That's not one of my favorite movies. Just an obscure movie I thought of. It's Tom Waits, Roberto Benigni, and I can never remember the name of the third guy. And they all play prisoners I think it's a Jim Jarmusch film. It's just weird and lovely. It's great. There's a whole scene where Roberto Benigni just sings about ice cream for like 10 minutes. It's lovely.
Sounds incredible. Chinatown and Back to the Future. So we've got a great list of movies here. But now we as a collective have to decide which one is really the best movie.
Oh.
What's the best one? So
we're all voting Down by Law, right?
Yeah, exactly. What we do now is generally we take however many players we have, we see how many of the options we have, and let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're going to divide that up by 3. And because I'm on stream, I can't do math in my head. I feel like I'm being watched. We get 4 each.
I've changed it. I've changed one already. I changed Down by Law to the superior Jim Jarmusch film, Coffee and Cigarettes.
I haven't seen that one either, so I'll take
it's very, very
right?
good.
I don't know either of them, so no loss
It's
here.
disconnected conversations between celebrities playing sometimes themselves and sometimes odd characters. And it's just little vignettes for an hour and a half. It's great.
I kind of remember that.
Every time you say something is great, I do question you, Bill. I really do.
Coffee and Cigarettes is a good movie.
On tables, people playing themselves. I don't know. So what you do now is you're going to grab your face up in the top or your initials, and you are going to drop them on 4 movies on this list that you think are actually the best movie of all time.
So when everybody just votes for their own movies, like 5 times.
That's why we got 4. 4 picks, 3 movies.
I think I've seen Blade Runner.
If you have to think about it, it's probably not the best movie of all time.
Yeah.
Black Panther. Oh, where does my last vote go?
You know what? It's gonna go Back to the Future. Oh, I'm just like moving the page around. I'm just putting a new vote on Back to the Future. I voted 5 times. I cheated.
Back to the Future may
I'll
be the
forgive you
best
this
movie.
one time.
Back to the Future is possibly the best movie.
All right. I had to go for Princess Bride because that actually just almost didn't. That did not make the cutoff. But now I get 4 votes. So
Perfect. All right, now I, as the game master, am going to organize this so we can see where the votes went. So we can see at the top, Back to the Future is the obvious winner. We then have The Princess Bride, Fight Club, and Black Panther. But
I just pulled Labyrinth up a little bit, I think.
okay. Oh, I don't see. Oh, Labyrinth is there. My mic is obviously in the way of my face. There we go. That's better. Right. So, yep, Labyrinth. So that means we have 3 that are the cream of the crop. They've risen to the top. And so we're going to look at this and we're like, okay, so we all kind of agree.
Are we playing a game? Go ahead. I just have to absorb that.
No, you're fine. We're like, okay, of this, if this was like us creating the world, we know we're going to play in some world that has a combination of these things. Maybe there's time travel and there are battles of wits and you're in a labyrinth. That could potentially be something like a mishmash compilation.
I think I have to watch The Labyrinth now.
We have to go back to the Labyrinth.
This is just you don't need it now. But this next part might be difficult for you because now on practice step 2, which we're moving on to.
We're ready.
And what are the best characters from these movies?
Oh, that's fun. From all of them, or from?
No, just from the top 3 ones.
Top 3. Got
only
it.
one
are the best.
Got it.
Do 3 again.
Okay.
The 3 again. Oh,
Yep, do 3 again. Who's the best of the best?
Oh.
I like that the Doc's dog is on here.
Biff. I was gonna say Biff.
What? No.
No, Biff is a great character.
He is so good.
The hot guy from Princess Bride, which one?
The main guy, the blonde hair.
Wesley. So, fun fact, I tell this every time because The Princess Bride comes up every time. But The Princess Bride is my mom's favorite movie. And so my whole family is getting tattoos from the movie for my mom. And yeah, it's like this whole big to-do.
Oh, I love that.
So I kind of wanted to know, does this make sense if I write Magic Mike? Was that his name? Billy Crystal in The Princess Bride?
Oh, something like that.
I'm going to say he was Magic Mike.
Dead.
I'm going to say he was Magic
Miracle
Mike.
Max. Miracle Max.
So close. The alliteration was there.
I was just talking about
keeping it.
my mom's favorite, and I can't even remember.
If we vote for Magic Mike, are we voting? Like, what are we voting for? Like the stripper version of Billy Crystal?
Yep.
Best character. No one gets to vote. I'm deciding.
Oh, the dog's name is Copernicus. Is what? No, Einstein.
Well, Einstein. There's 2 dogs.
Einstein.
There's the 50s dog and the 80s dog because dogs die. We should all remember that.
I can't handle that.
I
That's the
wasn't
moral
here
of the
to be
movie.
sad, Bill.
I think Einstein was who I was thinking of, though. Thanks, Chad.
Blame Zemeckis.
All right, so we have 4 votes again, guys.
Do we need to get rid of some of these many double ups?
Oh, yes, we definitely do. Thank you. So we've got the Doc, who is the same as Dr. Emmett Brown.
Yep.
Yes.
Correct. I'm not missing somebody. We've got the Goblin King.
Yeah, and I see David Bowie on that list as well, so he can go.
Double up.
Yep. Let's take out. Well, I think we should leave Miracle Max and Magic Mike. No, is that a no?
What if they
No,
split
get rid of Miracle Max.
As you wish.
That was good.
Thank you. We have Fezzik.
Okay, who is Fezzik? Is that somebody from the
That's
Labyrinth?
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant's character.
Oh, I love him. Thank you.
I see
That's the hot guy from Princess Bride.
There's another one of those at the bottom. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, that is the hot guy. Yeah. We have Biff, the Doc's dog,
Einstein.
We have Einstein on the list as well?
No, but I meant
No.
here, I'll add it. Specifically Einstein the dog.
All right, that's fair.
Einstein.
George McFly, Hogel, and Fezzik, which I already said, but I just read him again. All right.
Wait, George McFly?
That's the dad.
Yeah.
The best character in the movie. Oh my god, the Crispin Glover's like nerdy dad. Oh my god.
I'm your density.
Oh, Marty is such a generic hero. George is the heart, like the
George is-
creepy dad. Oh my god.
That's
Heart
a
He's
of
choice.
a good character.
That is a choice. I'm just gonna start assigning things now.
We have 3 votes this time. Go ahead and vote for the best characters of all time.
Thank you. Oh gosh, I don't know who to pick.
Magic Mike. I've given you this answer.
Is this Magic Mike or is this
No.
Miracle Max.
Miracle
Miracle
Max?
Max.
He's very good. He is a very good character.
So my brother has the tattoo "Mostly Dead" representing.
I love that. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Well, I'm changing a vote now that I see that there's some movement around George McFly.
Sure.
Gotta
Come down to Georgetown.
There was so much more movement than I expected around George.
It was whispering at tribal council at the last minute point.
What the hell is happening? Okay, this is fine. So obviously everyone has agreed that Fezzik, Andre the Giant, is the best, along with George McFly, the unsung hero.
He was
These are
sold
the
to me.
best characters.
Dark Horse. Where did this come from?
I'm startled.
Crispin Glover's acting whenever George McFly needs to laugh off an insult is perfect. Like, it is so good. He's just like, yeah. It's so good. It's some of the best acting in all of cinema.
In all of cinema, you have such
All of
strong
cinema.
opinions, Bill.
He's as good. It's as good as Roberto Benigni in Down by Law.
wow.
Again, taking your word for it. All right, now you guys kind of understand the mechanics of this game. We can actually dive into building our world.
I think we're done.
No, we are not done.
That's it.
We're gonna play this futuristic.
Wait, who's
princess
playing
level.
Fezzik?
No, you guys are playing parts of Fezzik. One person's controlling the head and arm and
Oh
arm.
no. Can I be his foot?
Yeah,
That's the strongest
Thanks.
part.
Yeah.
Smart.
perfect. All right. But the first thing we should do is have some safety tools, right? We're gonna look at our Loominaries tab. This is things that do not belong in our game. In fact, do you want to pop up on stream the little box of creation steps A?
Yes, I would love to.
Awesome.
Boop.
So this step is not going to have any sort of time limitation, and there's no voting on this process. If something makes you uncomfortable, we're not going to have it on there. So for instance, I'm going to put on there, I do not play with modern politics in my games. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to fight about it. Politics. There we go. I don't know if I spelled it correctly, but there it is. It's just not going to happen. I also don't do sexual violence in my games, so I'll add that on there. It's a hard line for me. If something is like, this could be on there, but veiled, you could just put veiled on there. Like maybe a bedroom scene could happen, but we don't want to get into the details. You can just put veiled. Yeah. So just go ahead and take some time and throw down your lines, people.
Lines. Things we do not want to cross.
Things we don't want to cross. What's something that when you run into it and you're like, ooh, it makes me uncomfortable. And of course, throughout the rest of this game, because we are going to play this world, please feel free and comfortable to bring up anything that you just are not okay with. If I touch on a subject, you're like, ooh, that's actually a trigger for me, X card me, I'll leave it immediately.
Excellent, thank you.
And just to explain what an X card is, for anyone who is watching that might not know, an X card, do I have a pencil, is something like this.
Trying to think if I have any on me. Nope.
Pew! That means stop. That's the short version. Stop. I'm not okay with this. I don't like it. And then as a respectful group, we would immediately pause and we would just... Or if it's something making you uncomfortable, you can say, hey, stop, and we can talk about it. But as general rule, when I'm on streams, if I see that stop, I'm not going to make somebody feel called out. I'm just going to immediately move on. Because safety is important, and it makes it more fun, at least for me. When you are done, you can't think of anything to be upset about. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Pew! We've got a really strong list already.
Yeah, that looks definitely decent to me. No dinosaurs.
Yes, that's the next step that I was going to talk about in early CUNY. If there is a genre that you just hate, like dinosaurs, you can also put it on here, and we won't do it. I had one person say no people with 2 arms, so everyone had to have 1 arm or more than 2.
Wow.
So that's been an experience to run as a GM.
Will, somebody in chat is saying that it was your birthday yesterday. Is that true?
It was. Who is saying that?
Happy belated birthday!
Happy birthday!
Thank
You're
you.
like, who said this? We're coming after.
That's right.
How dare they?
I see you,
sorry,
Chucky.
everybody.
8188. I would sing happy birthday to you, but no.
That is a perfect Lacuni. I approve.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry,
thank
everyone. We've
you.
got to finish this conversation now.
No references.
No Sorry.
Done.
Can't be done.
All right. So if you have anything you don't want to play, maybe you've played a Cyberpunk game recently and you're just like, I'm tired of Cyberpunk, you could throw that in as well.
Oh God. Yep. Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Over this genre right now. Not that I'm over. I'm doing so much of it. I don't. Even
That's
like
fair.
I cannot believe I'm not allowed to use Captain T-Rex,
Mm.
my superhero dinosaur.
All of your dreams are ruined.
That's all I was here for.
And it was on Will's birthday when Captain T-Rex
Yeah.
was born.
All right.
So, although he's also incredibly racist, so I couldn't have used him anyway.
Yeah.
That was
not
already a
happening.
line.
Get
We had
that
to
guy
X
out of
him.
here.
Yeah, we don't want him here.
X'd as soon as they showed up.
I'm like, no. All right. Let's review just to make sure that we have our expectations clear and that the chat also understands. We will not have modern politics. We will not have sexual violence. No violence to animals or children. I have a question about that one. Can someone's backstory say they had a hard childhood? Would that be okay?
Totally.
All right. Sounds good. No dinosaurs. No.
In the middle there. Sorry, it's just right.
Serious.
Children, no dinosaurs,
Dinosaurs.
no racism.
Bring your dinosaurs in this. No racism, transphobia, sexism. I don't like isms. Let's just say no isms. No sexual coercion. I can't say that word apparently. Without consent. No references to Will's birthday, which I feel like is referencing it by merely reading it. And no superheroes. All right. This is what is not going to be found. So if you wanted to watch a stream with this, you won't find it here. And yeah, great. Just be aware. Now let's go to Universal. This is a very fun step. Let's flash up Universal for a second.
Dun, 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 dun. It is up.
Awesome. This is going to be basically the color of our story, right? Do we want this to be dark? This is the tone. Do we want this to be humorous? This is going to be flavor, just stay as broad as possible. This could be something so far as a genre. Maybe someone's feeling cyberpunk or steampunk or ninja, not dinosaurs. I have dinosaurs on the brain now.
Ninja Dragons.
Ninja Dragons, thank you.
Ooh, yeah.
Ninja Dragons. I can work with Ninja Dragons. This is going to be about that. So now we're going to do a timer. And this is the first timer of our game. And because of it, I'm going to do a long one so people's brains can start churning out ideas. We're going to do a 2-minute timer.
Okay.
And once we hit 2 minutes, I will call stop. Everyone will finish what they're doing, and then we'll review them.
All right.
Is there a number that we're adding into this? Like, are we putting in one card or multiple, or do we?
One card for each idea.
Okay. And unlimited idea.
Unlimited. There's no
That is
limit.
fun.
Just do as many. I generally will do like a couple things just to get my brain moving, and then I actually get to my good ideas. But
Do we want to let chat join in on these?
yeah, I will be dedicated to copying, pasting in chat's ideas into Universal.
Yes, I love the chat gets the world build. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trusting you, chat. Don't let us down.
Help us
Yeah.
out.
Let's see what you got.
Bea, will you let me know when you're ready with the timer?
Timer in 3, 2, 1.
Create. Been watching a lot of British baking show, so instead of bake, I'm gonna say create. I'm seeing just wolves.
I love it. I'm voting for wolves when it pops up.
Okay. Universal, we've got wolves. Frankenhurst. Werewolves.
Brennan, I wrote like 2 ideas, and that was all I had.
That's okay.
Was one of them everyone is a Muppet? Because whoever did that has really got a. That's a winner.
Sunken ship is cool.
Lycanhurst.
Psychic unicorns. You know, you guys are getting into some more of the big picture stuff. We want broader, more broad than any sort of specifics. And I'm speaking to chat, not you guys. We've got a good play style afterworld. That's definitely broad.
Oh, Magic versus Tech. I love that.
Any chance I can get to turn an RPG game into Arcanum, I'm always going to take it.
Fairy Tale Wonderland.
What's Arcanum? What does that mean?
It's like a 2004 RPG made by Troika right before the studio died. It's phenomenal. It's brilliant. And we should all just, in fact, we should just stream it. Let's just start an Arcanum stream right now. I'll open it up.
I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's go play this game. Modern fantasy, time warps.
Oh, I do love Howl's Moving Castle style.
Right.
Ooh.
Are we allowed to just like do everything at once?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that seems doable. You know, we're Mecha Muppets.
We're Mecha Muppets who are also wolves.
So
traveling around in the castle.
That's the beauty of Arium, is that we're gonna everyone's gonna vote on stuff, and we're gonna figure out ways to boom, 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 make it a conglomeration, an amalgamation.
Can we do a dark comedy about a pre-apocalyptic board meeting at a corporation?
Yes.
Do you want to play that, Bill?
Oh wait, here you go. Dark comedy, pre-apocalyptic board meeting at a corporation. Time travel, post-apocalyptic, underwater Atlantis.
There it is.
Something went wrong in that board meeting, and we've got to figure
go
out
forward in time. Everything's underwater now.
I have to run this game, Bill.
Muppet underwater with a heartwarming ending.
That one's beautiful.
All right,
with gay romance.
Yeah, let's put that in there. All right. So I know that our timer is way up. I tried to catch up on chat. There was so many ideas. I know that I didn't get them all, and I apologize. We will have many more steps, though, for me to catch all of your amazing ideas. But let's find out what exactly we have on this extremely long board.
It's quite big.
It's yeah. Magic versus technology. Fantasy. Everyone is a Muppet. Fantasy without a lot of magic. Howl's Moving Castle style. Mechs. Lots of board meetings at a corporation.
I'm not voting for that.
Dark comedy. Time travel antics. Heartwarming. Steampunk. Comic. Is that like in a comic book, or is it like funny? It's funny? It's funny. Okay.
Or is it a stand-up comic?
I don't know.
I'm gonna put you all on the spot and say entertain me, and I'm gonna wait. That's anxiety-inducing. Post-apocalyptic. Did I say post-apocalyptic before?
I think it's in there somewhere.
There's pre-apocalyptic.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
2020, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I
Hayden. I
said
think that's
no
our
modern
line.
politics.
Yeah, that's a line.
Let's see. I lost my spot. Dark comedy, time traveling
Underwater.
antics, heartwarming. I need to go down more.
Underwater.
There we go.
Atlantis.
Atlantis, ghost mystery, fairy tale wonderland, treasure hunters. Everyone is a Muppet. I'm proving that one. Modern fantasy. So that like modern times, but with magic.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Nice.
Time warps, Martha's Brewery.
That was from my werewolf game.
Oh, I'll vote for it. I love it.
Time warp surely can go, right?
Yeah,
Is that
we've
not
got
the same as time travel antics?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's true.
And-
Yep.
And modern fantasy, maybe you could link with magic versus technology if it's modern world, but there's also magic.
Well, now this is a great point that we can talk about. Who threw out magic and technology
That was me.
versus technology? That's you. And who did the other one of modern fantasy? Now, this is a point where we can stop and have a conversation. Say, hey, what are you guys thinking along the same lines? Do we want to say we want technology versus magic? It is a competition. And maybe PG's idea was magic is intertwined with everyday life in the now. So you can see how those two ideas could be different, but if you're thinking along the same thing, we could combine them. And I always like to tell people, follow the rule of cool. If it sounds neat, smash them together.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think there needs to be animosity between magic and technology. Just that they're the two facets of life that exist next to each other. So
Yeah.
I'm happy to combine the two if that feels good.
Yeah, it was just an idea of there being kind of like magic in this modern day world, whatever form that takes. Mostly I had in mind this really cool series I really like where there's this weird thing that happens and the world somehow shifts between like there's times when tech is prevalent and magic doesn't work and then magic works and tech, so like some combination of the two.
Yeah, that's
fun.
great. Same thought. So you can get rid of one of them.
All right, I copied the text from one, added it to the first, and I'm going to go ahead and remove it.
Nice.
Archive. Perfect. Now, we have Fairy Tale Wonderland. Treasure Hunters. I think I'm doing the same thing where I'm skipping. Gambling. Yeah. Gay romance. Greek mythology.
Well, they're the same thing. You can put those together.
Gambling. Oh, I see what you did there. That was clever.
Yep.
That was clever, Bill. Good Place Style Afterworld. Castle in the Sky. Haunting/Ghosts. Did I have another ghost one? I have Ghost Mystery.
There's a Ghost Mystery.
I'm going to go ahead and take Haunting/Ghost off if everyone's cool with that. Archive. Underwater Sunken Ship. Werewolves. Far Future Sci-Fi. Underworld. Modern mythology. Is modern mythology different than modern fantasy?
Yeah, so I was just thinking like kind of the Greek pantheon, or not like any mythology of like gods, like gods among us, demigods, that type of mythology, but set in modern day.
I love that.
That feels different to me.
Perfect. Lycanhurst, is that different than werewolves?
It's the same as probably Martha's Brewery. This is a town I created for my werewolf, that Discord Texas werewolf game. Because a lot
the full moon's out, you turn into William Randolph Hearst.
I'm gonna take Lycanhurst off then.
Yeah, it's the same as werewolves. That I imagine that is probably the same as werewolves.
Should I take off Martha's Brewery?
That all falls under wolves. So that's all under the werewolf.
All right, I will make our lives a little easier and slim this list. So I'm also going to take off wolves then.
Yes.
Because all right.
Oh, I don't know. Wolves seem like they're different from werewolves.
That's true.
I want to vote for a separation of wolves.
I think I'd like a separation of wolf and state. Like,
that's actually my new idea: separation of wolf and state. That's what I want.
You guys, I could already tell this is going to be an exciting group. We have Slender Man.
Oh, but there's also there's a double up of gay romance just above Slender Man.
Oh, thank you.
It was important that we had that in there.
I know. You can't have too much. I think it belonged there twice. And then Magic.
Oh, sorry, just really quickly. Slenderman was like early 2000s creepy copy-paste stories that was based on this masculine figure, bipedal figure that was like super long, like 8 feet tall, long legs, long arms, completely always like shrouded in darkness, and it was just like a silhouette that you saw, and he would just kind of come at you with creepy music. Mostly people
Very spoopy.
just wrote creepy copy-pastes about him and spread that around. It's like a meme turned into something creepy.
And people say that he lurks and you don't notice him, but he'll be taking like a picture and people will see him in the picture behind you lurking. And that's our list, guys.
Yeah.
My friends.
All right.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You know what? Let's talk about something for a second. Did anybody else see them on there that you wanted to combine? Did you see someone's idea and you had written down an idea and you were like, I feel like my idea would go really well with this one? If not, that's fine. I just wanted to ask.
Is Underworld and Afterworld kind of the same? I guess I was thinking kind of like, yeah, like an afterlife type thing. Is that the same as Underworld, where you go after you?
I picture Underworld as like
hell.
Or I was thinking just like a world, like a society that's beneath an upper society, and like. But we can combine. Let's combine. 2. Anyone else? Before I make my final count?
Is Castle in the Sky, that was also a Studio Ghibli, was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's possibly a Ghibli reference, so we could stick that with Howl's Moving Castle and go like it's a Ghibli world.
Okay. I'll have to brush up on my knowledge if that's where we go with this.
We'll see. I mean, it's no wolves having a board meeting, so.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30.
Well.
All right. All right.
I want to play all of these. Like, how do we combine all of them?
I'm going to say you all have 6 votes each.
6, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Go ahead and start. What is your favorite thing? If you could play any of these options.
Steven's first one was a Muppet.
Everyone is a Muppet?
Yeah, I'm not.
Whose idea was that? I thought it was. Yeah, it was.
I think it was chat.
Oh, chat.
Thanks a lot.
It
chat.
wasn't.
Delivering.
It wasn't? Did you also have this idea?
It was me. I apologize for nothing.
All right,
bar?
I'm just.
Martha's Bar. Where's that?
Oh, we've got Modern Mythology so far. We've got Howl's Moving Castle.
Wait, did we lose Martha's Bar? That's who I want.
We did lose Martha's Brewery.
Oh,
How are there 2 votes for board
Yes!
Corporation?
Because it's the greatest idea that
But if
anyone's
that's
ever
like
had.
too anarchic, like if that will that like break? I mean, break the. We don't want to necessarily like test the limits of the.
I have
limitless
never
world.
had anyone create a world that I could not run a game off of. I say that with great trepidation because I feel like if there was a group that challenged that, this might be the group. But yeah, let's see what we can do.
I've only voted thrice. I need more.
You need more. Yeah, you have so many options.
I know.
I'm like, is steampunk kind of into magic versus technology? Is that... Could it be like...
It's just technology versus water to make steam.
Is it a versus or is it a marriage?
Or like
It's
magic
a
versus...
constant struggle.
Oh my goodness.
Power versus Rust.
Exactly.
I'm going to start moving some of them towards the top because there's so many, just so I can kind of get an idea of what's being voted for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've got modern mythology at the top.
I'm
Great.
not voting for Muppets, chat.
The
Can everybody
public
Muppets.
speaking.
There we go.
Yeah, you gotta vote for your own idea.
I was still guilty voting for my own ideas. It's like, look at all these other pretty ideas as well. They need some love. And I put my name on there and I'm side-eyeing my own creation.
Oh, that nobody's voting for.
Yeah.
Well, I did see Treasure Hunters. I like Treasure Hunters.
Yeah, I'm
Treasure
going
Hunters
Treasure
is
Hunters
fun.
too.
Treasure Hunters is more towards the top now because it has a vote on it.
Okay, where is it?
I'd like to call this board meeting into order. We're here to discuss a treasure. We'd like to go and hunt. But of course, we need to get the correct permits.
Yes. We do know that Deborah's on maternity leave. It will take quite some time for those to be filed.
We're going to be just calling meetings to discuss the meetings. That's the entire stream.
The
Chat
boardroom is
has
a
some
very intense
subtext
place.
for us. They're saying we're all Muppets, whether we know it or not.
Oh.
Wait, if we're on Muppets, do we all have to do this sort of like, well, what I think is we should go over there.
The Muppet walk, like.
Quickly, the board meeting's starting.
I was just picturing we were actually going to get Muppets and, perform,
Oh man, I'm
hone a new
yeah.
skill.
Put a Muppet together
I
somewhere.
was looking for my Damn It doll, but apparently it's no longer at my desk. Does everyone have their votes in?
I
Yes.
just lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So our world is absolutely for sure going to be modern mythology with Howl's Moving Castle style.
I like that.
So whatever we make, it's absolutely going to be strongly influenced by those two elements. And I've never seen Howl's Moving Castle.
You're in for a treat.
I wanted to. It's just I don't watch a lot of movies, so we're gonna do this. Things that we should also discuss is magic versus technology, or like modern fantasy.
Which kind of mixes well with that modern mythology idea, right? Like
Yeah.
you have the presence of gods, but also like it's the modern day, so there's cars and phones.
I think
And
it's going
Muppets.
to
And no Muppets.
no Muppets still.
Flying castles, though, that's.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna move this Muppets thing up a little. There we go.
I was considerate, Will. Appreciate you. So I think that does kind of fall under modern mythology. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's cool.
We may or may not have time travel antics.
Okay.
How are you guys feeling about mixing that with Howl's Moving Castle style and modern day stuff?
I will say, Howl's Moving Castle has some time travel antics in there.
Oh, well,
I'm pretty
maybe
sure.
I'll just watch that and
It's
I'll.
got portal antics. I'm not
Yeah.
sure how much time travel.
Yeah, because one of the things that's like inherent in his castle is the castle itself moves around, but he has a front door where he can like pull a lever and it changes. Now the door opens to a different time and place. So he can be like, oh, now it's like before a big war. Well, now it's after a big war. Oh, now I'm in Paris, but Ghibli Paris. So there's that kind of like folds into that pretty well.
All right.
Gods traveling around their moving castles and teleporting to various places.
You want to change this more from we're jumping time periods to jumping locations. Is that correct?
It does both, I think, in the...
It does both in the thing. He can go through time and place.
It
He's
can
like
kind
the
of
doctor,
like-
but with a castle
With
instead
a
of a
castle.
TARDIS.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Dr. Howl.
Basically
Okay.
Mount Olympus, but in like a Baba Yaga, like traveling.
Yeah. It fits so well.
Oh,
awesome.
okay.
That sounds
All
very
right.
cool.
And we're gonna have some we could have dark comedy influences in this story. Wow, this is quite the compilation.
Oh,
What qualifies as dark comedy to you all?
So I was just so that was mine, and I was just thinking of that game I just played where I am, the Grim Reaper, the executioner, and I'm kind of like a bumbling executioner. So like, like I created a new contraption for executing people, and I was like, Brandon, like, hold on, sorry. And the guy's like, hurry up, get on with it. And I'm like, let me oil it, stuff like that, where it's, yeah.
All right, so good.
When I put that down.
Sure, sticky note to myself to watch Howl's Moving Castle. All right.
I mean, you should do that anyway. It's a very good movie.
That's true.
Now that we have the color of our world, we need to kind of do like a more of a structure to this.
Okay.
That is going to bring us to big picture. This is, you want to flash up my creation step for me?
Heck yeah.
All right. This is going to be the scope of the story. Are there any wars going on? What is this? Are there continents, or does everyone live in these big floating castle style things? Is there only one floating castle? We need to kind of flesh out more about our world. All right.
Cool.
Just to like kind of review, just so you know for the future, we also are going to have steps called culture and organizations, landmarks, people, and goodies. So we're going to drill down to very specific levels. So right now we still want to stay broad. What is our story about? Do you all want to be people who are maybe involved with this moving castle? Do you want to be people who are chasing the moving castle? Stuff like that.
Okay.
And let's do 3 minutes for this one.
All right.
Chat, you can also put them in. And B, let us know when you are ready.
3, 2, 1, and go.
I already went. Sorry.
You are abiding
Cheater,
by the laws.
I'll just wait. I'll just give myself a timeout.
We have a lot of passionate werewolf fans. Ooh, fallen gods because no one believes in them.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh, I love that.
Chat, just because werewolves were not voted into this world, I'm not going to be putting the werewolf suggestions. I was getting the vibe from my players that they didn't want to do a werewolf-centric storyline.
Sorry, y'all.
It doesn't mean that's a bad idea. It's just, I'm going to follow some vibes.
NPCs,
It doesn't mean we might not come across them or get attacked by them.
Oh, magic
Definitely
castle
true.
Yes, matting that.
I will just say that I'm going to keep in mind your love for the werewolves.
How many are we doing?
However many within the time limit.
Oh dang.
Is
Okay.
what I've been doing on my other streams. I'm sorry if you wanted to do a certain amount.
We have 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Oh, I like that. Somebody said that it's basically like a central, so it's like an airport, basically, these castles. And we're like, are we like workers at this kind of airport that people come through in and out?
We need to go to board meetings to discuss the
Yeah, right. Perfect. We'll get them in there. You and me, Steve, we're going to get these board meetings into the game.
We are live.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for giving us a moment to rest and recharge and take care of our biological needs, being humans that we are. But I think we're ready to continue rolling along. Let's review the big picture items that we have had submitted to us. Mad Max style desert with limited resources. Wow. Lots of warring different groups. Only the gods can use magic. The gods live in moving/flying castles. There's a missing artifact that needs to be tracked down. Fallen gods because no one believes in them. At war with another kingdom. Is that the same, do you think, as warring different groups? Are those different? Potentially. We'll keep it in mind. I'm going to put them next to each other so we can think about that. Players are scions of gods sent out across time to recruit followers.
Dang, I love that one.
That's nice. That's cool.
I have a pitch. And
ready.
I'm
so ready.
No. But we could say that fallen gods have fallen because people forget about them, right? So we do need these scions going across time to make sure through the centuries people are being remembered.
Yeah, no, I like that.
I'm in.
Okay, combining those two ideas. We don't have to do that one. It's just I thought that would
smush
be
them.
Yeah, smush them. Let's just copy and paste. Save. And archive. Okay. We are gods searching for our powers so that we can get the castle working again. Too many gods. Gods for every little thing. A location that is central for time travelers. Magic castle that is a way station for time travels, and we're gods who are reduced to using their powers to run this. Wow. Okay, that's cool.
Heck.
The castles are at war with one another. Each castle represents a school of knitting, needlework.
This is an odd addition. This idea started very general.
If only we could guess who submitted. Wait, actually, I'm not sure. Who did submit this?
Will!
I was thinking Bill. And then wait a second. Sometimes the most anarchic ideas are coming from it.
You're so great.
All right.
I might vote for that one.
That's fine. Magic castle inexplicably falling apart / magic is failing. That's cool. We're gods that crash landed our castle into modern times, and we're searching for artifacts to power it back up.
That's a very, very Thundercats.
Does that?
Excuse me. Most people haven't actually seen Thundercats, so
I have not.
It's a sad world.
Does that mix? Is that the same general idea as we're gods searching for our power so we can get the castle working again?
Yeah, I think it's
similar themes.
I think
one just has a better
it's just
origin
searching
story.
for our power or searching for artifacts.
Why don't I copy and paste it and combine those two if everyone's okay with it? And then if it gets voted on as a favorite, we can discuss further what that means.
okay.
Cool.
Let's see. Fallen. Which one does this one go with? I can't find it.
It's up about 5 or 6. We're gods searching for our powers so we can get our castle working again.
Thank you.
There's a missing artifact that needs to be tracked down.
That could melt in with that pretty nicely, yeah.
Yeah, it's all the same sort of.
Yeah, it's the Eye of Thundera. Sorry.
Let's see if I can find the artifact. Missing artifact, okay?
Nice.
I think you were scrolled down a ways when you started reading. There's quite a few at the top, too.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. I think we started with Mad Max style, so there's a few above it.
Let's go back up. Magic is rare, and people don't always trust magicians. Portals only open to places where you've had an emotional connection. Technology leads to power for the common people. Creatures of mythology include werewolves. There's some love in here. Werewolves definitely don't exist. There is the no love. Reading fast. The players have managed to salvage a moving / flying castle that has fallen into disrepair. Castles are crashed, as are portals to different locations. Are crashed? Does that mean like they crash landed and then they became a portal? I'm
That's
confused
kind
on
of
that
my
one.
understanding. I might have wrote that one. I don't remember.
Each castle is actually a city with the gods as rulers. And magic castles falling apart and magic's failing. I think we have that one in there already, so I'm going to archive that one.
There's kind of a theme there.
I just hear that everyone wishes that they were a mechanic. That's everyone wants to play a mechanic game. That's what I'm feeling.
All players are fallen werewolf gods because M doesn't believe.
Oh, indeed.
Did I get all of them?
I think
I
anyone
think
see anything?
so.
I think we hit them all, yeah.
Is there anything we need to combine for the rule of cool?
I think we've combined what we can comfortably.
Well, there's the magical castle falling apart, and then the earlier one that's there's a flying castle that had fallen into disrepair. Those seem to be kind of the same thing.
I do.
Is that similar with also like the fallen gods because people don't believe in them?
We don't know if gods live on magic castles yet.
Yeah, that's not inherent.
Yeah.
True. That's true.
We'll determine if that's canon later. I was thinking maybe that creatures of mythology, including werewolves, and werewolves definitely don't exist, could be together. Like, they are a myth, but they definitely don't exist.
Yeah. They're a creature of mythology. Just literally, they're just a myth that don't exist.
Yeah.
People believe in them, but they're not real. They're actually the gods pretending to be wolves.
Yep, there it is.
Do we need to combine those two?
Sure.
Is chat going to be too devastated if we do such a thing?
Sorry, y'all.
Let's save that. Okay. It has been done.
I was gonna say the canon of like the game of werewolf anyway is basically denying that you're a werewolf anyhow. So
Exactly.
Wonderful. Very true.
You could just change a couple of these, like Mad Max style desert with limited werewolves.
At war with another kingdom of werewolves.
Yeah.
Only werewolves can use magic. I'm picking up what you're laying down, Bill.
The gods live in moving, flying werewolves. It's like a Meet Dave situation, but for werewolves.
Can I opt out?
We need to add this to our lines and
Add to your lines, living in a werewolf.
That's a
I
veil
don't
for
wish
me.
to live. We're all trying to repair our broken werewolf that we all live inside of.
We can legitimately update Lacuni to include werewolf stuff if we need to. That's the thing.
That's
So
true.
just keep that in mind.
Okay.
It's a living document.
Yeah.
Did I miss one? I felt like I got really distracted by werewolves and missed something. But okay. If we see it, we can add it then. All right, let's see what we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
While you're counting, I'm still in support of Martha, and we're gonna find a way to have Martha's brewery in this game no matter what. Even if it's in my backstory, it will exist.
Well, look, we got to name one of the castles.
The whole castle. It's just called Martha's Brewery, and it's where you can buy the best beer.
But is it exclusive to time travelers, or is it exclusive because you have to time travel to get it?
You gotta time travel to get it.
We go back in time to get the best hops, and we
So
bring them back to the present and brew them.
She did make labels for our game. She had labels for all the different beers and
Oh my
everything.
god, I love Martha.
Well, that means then you would have to go to the Fountain of Youth to get the water to make this amazing beer.
Yes, that's it.
Truth.
And then once we've made the perfect beer,
How do we market it? We need a board meeting.
We need a board meeting. That's it.
Does the castle run on beer? Is that the
Yeah, that makes the castle work again.
Fueled by beer. Mm-hmm.
We all get 4 votes.
4 votes.
4? Okay.
All right.
4 votes.
What is the timer for this one?
No votes, no timer for voting. Just tell me
Okay.
know when you're done voting.
I'm making a timer anyways, just because I think they're cute.
They are cute.
It's just gonna say vote at the very end after like a minute. It's got a dual purpose for our other friends. All right, 4. Oh my god, there's so many that are so good.
Patrons, I voted on wolves for you guys, just so you know.
Oh, patrons! Thanks, guys. I'm actually a huge fan of werewolves. I have my own little small werewolf story that I occasionally dump little ideas into just because
I love that.
werewolves are cool. I'm gonna burn my tongue again.
I've already done my 4
Why
votes.
don't you take the lid off?
I did!
Oh, you did? That's all I got. I'm so sorry for your suffering, then.
Okay. PG, I love how much your patrons love you.
They love trolling me, you mean?
What? It
That is a
doesn't
form
look
of love.
No, they're awesome. They're honest. They're honestly the best. And when I told them I was doing this stream, and I was like, I don't know if RPGs are, really the thing. They're more for gaming. They're like, we will come support you.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Yeah. What's getting traction here?
I'm moving stuff towards the top.
I think I lost track. 1, 2, 3. One more.
So far, things at the top. We're gods, so players are gods searching for their powers so they can get their castle working again. Portals only open to places where you've had an emotional connection. The castles are at war with one another, and each castle represents a school of knitting.
All right.
Crochet. Needlework.
You're welcome.
Weaving.
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 Yep.
Yep.
I already have props for that too.
Oh, nice.
A loom.
So it work well with the Zoom background.
Is everyone ready? Is everyone put their votes in?
Drop my last
I
one.
think so.
I have mine.
Okay, so let's look at everything that has the most votes. So players are gods searching for their powers. They can get the castle working again. This could also mean that they are looking for an artifact to power up their castle, or multiple artifacts. We've combined that all into one idea, so we can discuss that in a minute. Portals only open to places where you've had an emotional connection. The castles are at war with one another. Each castle represents a school of knitting, needlework, crochet, cross-stitch, etc., weaving. And the players have managed to salvage a moving flying castle that has fallen into disrepair. So so that kind of mixed in with the other. You guys are gods. Maybe for some reason you've lost your castle and you've all found one that you're trying to get up and moving again.
Ooh, I like that.
So
And
I
then
don't know.
yeah.
You have to decide: is it going to be a castle of cross stitch, weaving, crochet, etc.? I don't know how it's going to work. Do you guys want to have multiple broken ones, or do you want to have? How are those two going to marry?
I kind of like the idea of all of us being forced into one, like we're all roommates.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I like that. And then you guys. Awesome. Okay.
Wait, but which school do we represent?
I have no stakes in this, so y'all choose.
Well, like we worship the great loom. No, like that's
The great
seems like
loom.
a
I
no-brainer.
do love a loom. It's a very satisfying word and tool.
Yeah.
Okay.
The loom.
I like this.
You gotta follow the thread.
Yes, we do. Round and round we
All
go.
right. Now that brings us to culture and organizations. Let's get our beautiful creation step up, if possible, B.
Oh, yes, we can.
And this is going to be beliefs, species, past events that are important to the narrative, secret groups, schools, anything that is going to be important to our narrative. For us, that could possibly be past events, like moments that you have a personal connection to, or someone could have a personal connection to, where we might hop. So it's important to start thinking about what we're putting down and how it's going to interact with our story that we are building. I'm going to say, in the favor of time, we're going to do 2 minutes. And let's limit everyone to having 3 ideas, and I will still drop down chat ideas.
So sorry, what exactly is going on? He's saying like personal connections as well as things, or
Yeah, so portals only open to places where you've had an emotional connection.
mm-hmm.
So if you've lived for thousands of years, what are moments in time that you might have a personal connection to that you could open a portal to? Because this can be like past events. Maybe you were there for the signing of the document of the peace between gods and creatures. And that was on Mount Olympus, the original moving castle.
Ooh, yeah. The OG
Okay.
castle.
We're going to do the timer of 2 minutes. Let us know when we're starting.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. The School of Loom has always been at war with the Needlers Academy.
So I just love there's 3 things. School of War has always been war with the Needles Academy. We were made by God. We made God's Mason and just Chinese.
It was a work in progress. It looks like.
We were made gods by accident. Ooh. The School of the Loom. Oh my gosh.
There's so much Muppet love in chat.
Oh my god, I keep telling them no Muppets.
Sorry guys, no Muppets.
Why won't they listen? Oh, I'm so here for it. A secret society of Muppet gods who created all the humans.
Can I just say though, I know we said that you guys aren't
Muppets?
like Muppets, but you are crafters. Can't you have little Muppet
Make
underlings?
Muppets. That's amazing.
I refuse Muppet underleg. I don't care about what others do. I do not have one.
Oh god, I can't think of anything.
Whenever you ever listened. Oh gosh.
What now?
All right, just give me a thumbs up when you all are all ready or if the timer runs out.
Timer has run out.
Okay. I obviously wasn't looking, my bad. Let's take a look at what we have. We have a Chinese pantheon of gods, super fun. The Castle Repair Guild is both all-powerful and all-procrastinating.
Sounds like we're gonna have to get to some board meetings.
Everyone, no, guys.
No, get rid of that
This
one. That's
is
off the
why.
list.
It's out of here.
The X.
Okay.
Remove that one. Thank
We
you.
were made gods by accident. Maybe it was meant for someone else, and we can't stop thinking about the moment when that happened.
Mm.
Knitting is the only way to repair.
I mean, clearly.
Werewolves are our enemy, and we have to learn the powers from our School of Loom in order to survive. I don't think that works with our story, considering they definitely don't exist. High priest / priestesses through history who've represented us through history. Oh, okay.
I guess I wrote through history twice.
I do that all the time. It's like just the way my brain loops something. Our powers are based on
Oh, cliffhanger. That's fun.
Yes.
The School of Loom has always been at war with the Needlers Academy.
Bloody needless.
Bloody Needlers. Secret society for people with some magical ability to teleport, read minds, turn someone into a werewolf. A group that abhors portals who try to close them by traveling through time and stopping the events that happen.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh heck,
Oh.
I hate that team.
Oh, can I just say one thing about that, which I wanted to type in as an additional thing? I don't know who wrote that one. I saw it and I thought, oh, all I can picture is the idea of one of the schools, like the sewing school. You like get to a portal that you want to use, and it's just been sewn shut because they've gone through and they've sewn all, so now it can't open anymore. Like that's how they seal portals, just sew them shut. I don't know. I just like that image.
That's
I
cool.
dig it.
Do you want me to add? Does everyone okay if I add?
Well, I didn't write that one, so.
Who wrote this one? Maybe it was
chat?
a chat one. I'm just gonna. Oh, I think I just archived it.
Oh, it's
I don't
gone forever.
wanna do that. How do I unarchive the thing?
Well,
Oh gosh, there's a way. Hang on.
All right, I'm just gonna copy and paste because I'm more capable that way.
yeah.
Oh, that was Jen in the chat. Wrote
Okay,
that one.
thank you. Sewn shut portals. That's a really cool imagery, and I'm all about that imagery.
Right.
Secret Society of Puppet Gods who created all the humans.
No.
Who put this in here? All right. That is all of our ideas. Is there anything we need to combine for the rule of cool? Or do we have duplicates?
Just copy paste the Muppet Gods and put it into everything.
Oh, it's like werewolves. Hi, puppets and puppetesses through history. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. In that case, let's see how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. Okay. Not very many. So let's say that everyone gets 2 votes.
Ooh.
And it really narrow it down.
Oh, foo.
This is the quietest we've been all stream.
Oh my god, this is when we're really focused.
I'm just trying to figure out the implications of each. I'm like, what? All right, I feel like I just picked the most general ones.
In this Twitch chat, we love Muppets. There are so many. I don't even know how you make all those shapes. I'm blown away.
It's supposed to be a house, but it's not. It didn't come out very well.
I see.
I need one more vote. I've only voted once.
Martha, your castle is in disrepair. Okay, you need an artifact.
I'm gonna start moving the ones that have both up towards the top.
Gotta get our shit together.
Was 2 votes too hard?
It was.
Do you need another vote?
No.
Okay. Knitting is the only way to repair. Interesting.
Right?
The artifact you're looking
Knitting?
for are the knitting needles of
Oh.
Sheep are so important for yarn and shit. I don't know.
They
what
allow
happens
you
with
to
yarn.
knit any material that has ever existed.
What did the weavers control? Time?
probably-
That's so good.
Yeah, probably. Patterns. They can forge you an emotional connection to a place so you can travel there.
Hmm.
And the School of Felt just makes Muppets.
Nobody likes the School of Felt.
No, they're very minor. They pop up once every session in the corner, just like, oh, hey, I made a little version of you.
Are we looking for scissors so we can cut our strings? Is that?
Ooh, I
All
am
right.
here for these.
You have like
puns.
you have like one portal, right? And it's all, and you can get through it, and then you get scissors so that you can then like open up new portals that have been sewn shut. Like,
Scissors are like beautiful devices that are only applied in these like very ritualistic situations.
Oh,
scissors. This is kind of gone far from where we started. I love it.
Tablet says, I mean, we're getting criticized for wanting Muppets, and you all landed on knitting.
True. I'm gonna have to be doing so much Googling about how knitting works.
Well, you guys are the school of loom, so you won't need to know how knitting works. You have the knitting is the only way to repair, and you have the castle repair guild is all powerful and all procrastinating, which means that they are the knitting guild because knitting is the only way to repair. Those are inherently combined now. And we have a group that abhors portals who try to close them by traveling through them and stopping the events from happening / sewing them shut cinematically. And the School of Loom has always been at war with the Needlers Academy. Okay. We're kind of honing in. We're kind of fleshing out our world. You are the school of Loom, right? Have we
I think we're the School of the Loom.
Yeah, you named your ship that you have. So you have the School of the Loom. You're at war with the Needlers Academy. The Castle Repair Guild is the only people who can really repair your broken down castle. And the Needlers who sew shut portals are potentially making this very difficult for you.
Wow, this is great.
Yeah, right?
It's like both ridiculous and incredibly ornate and just works perfectly. It's amazing.
Yeah. That's Arium, man. That's the beauty of this system. All right, now we're on to landmarks. I'm going to do my hand motion that I've been doing every time I've asked for the thing to come back up. I realized that last time. Perfect. This is the place that you could point to on a street level map. I feel like we might need to broaden that a little bit for our flying place. So this could either be somewhere where we're crash landed and we're repairing. This is a place you can point to. This could also be a point in time, I'm going to say. Is that okay with you?
A fictional place?
I'm editing your rules here. It could be a fictional place. This could Yeah, this could be a mythology place.
Yeah.
Let's do another 2-minute timer. 3 options. Chat, feel free to go crazy.
All right, timer in 3, 2, 1, and go.
We have so many Martha's Brewery. All right, I'm putting Martha's Brewery.
Yeah,
I put it down.
I was gonna if we didn't.
We call it Martha's Brewery. Should we call it like, Howl's End or Wolf's Hold?
Martha's Castle? Oh my God, Fruit of the Loom, get out of here, Bill. That was good, thank you.
That's all good.
The equivalent of an arms dealer is a craft supply store.
I think Fruit of the Loom is where we pick up most of our wool and cotton and whatever it is we knit with.
Is that the cafeteria?
I would dig that as well.
Like the commissary of this ship.
Oh, Athena is the god of weaving, just so you guys know.
Oh, good to know.
I'm naming the place that chat suggested.
Yeah.
I'm naming it Athena's Apothecary.
Yeah.
For craft store.
Ooh, I like that.
Let my brew play.
Floating cast mall where you could buy your supplies. All right. I'm feeling you running for chocolate.
24 seconds.
Oh my God.
Sky mall. Nice. Are we at time?
Time.
All right, finish the one you're working on and give me a thumbs up when you're done. Oh. Yay! All right, let's look at our landmarks. The Great Ball of Yarn, a mythical place where our power stems, like Cobalt/Earth in BSG. Nice. The one place where string, yarn, etc. is procured. No other place exists. Is that the same as the Great Ball of Yarn?
Feels like
it.
Yeah.
Feels like it. Okay. Let's archive that one. The Last Cold Stone Creamery. Genius. Hot topic. Cinnabon. The School of Weaving, a place where the acolytes of the loom learn their craft. Victorian England, Bath, England in the summer. Engineering, with all the tools to keep a castle going and repair in tip-top shape. The shearing sheds that control the wool. The Sea of Needles. I don't want to go there.
Sounds awesome.
At all. Lycanhurst / Martha's Brewery. An old lady in a swamp where the old lady of the loom lives. Fruit of the Loom. Thank you, Phil. Phil, was that you? I just assumed.
I didn't put that in.
I
just
think
had
I
the
added
picture.
that. It made sense.
The equivalent of an arms dealer is a craft supply store / named Athena's Apothecary. And floating castle mall where you buy your supplies named Sky Mall.
Oh
I
my
added
God.
the extra bit. Thanks for whoever created that, though. Thanks.
Yeah. Is there any that need to be combined?
Is Fruit of the Loom the same as the craft supply store, or are those separate things?
I don't know if Fruit of the Loom could be the cafeteria as well.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Indubitably.
Indeed.
I lost the cafeteria. Where's that at?
Oh,
Fruit of
I
the
was
Loom?
sure that's what Fruit of the Loom could
Oh,
be.
that's what it is. Okay, I get it. I was like, I need to combine something, and my brain shorted out.
I mean, Hot Topic, Cinnabon, and Cold Stone are probably all in the same mall or whatever, right? I don't know.
Potentially.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's combine those.
Sky Mall.
Do we really
Are
want
they
to
all
call
in
it Sky Mall?
Yeah,
Or-
you can just get rid of the brands and keep Sky
Yeah.
Mall.
Yeah, thanks, chat, for that suggestion.
I just like that there's like modern day places. I guess we're in a modern time though.
Yeah, modern guys. I kind of forgot that it was the modern time. We're
Like
in some kind of
apothecaries.
strange loom world.
I know, this was like a sharp detour.
You know, the modern day, where castles full of knitting schools fight for control of the portals.
Yeah.
Just like my life.
Just like my life. Ugh.
This is the slice of life tag on. Yeah, it's great. All right. This is a powerful list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11, which means you all get 2 votes again. Should I up it to 3? It was too difficult last
I
time.
think Endgame's content 2 was perfect.
All right,
Yeah,
let's do it.
Jody just said, I was thinking Sky Mall could have a Build-A-Muppet.
Yes.
Who said this?
Running for chocolate, Jody. I'm gonna
Chocolate.
go
Thank you for that.
Build-A-Muffin.
That's a yes to build a Muppet, everyone. Folks, that's a classic Tuesday.
All right, and y'all know my vote's going towards Martha's Brewery. It's what I'm here for. Here to stand it. Me and PG, we got this.
Yes, I love Monkey.
Is everyone's votes in? No, I think I'm missing
No.
out. Will.
No, oh my God, I'm so. Oh God, 2 is not enough.
So the ones that don't have votes will not be in our story. JSYK. Bill, your shocked face was unreal.
Can we have Athena's Apothecary in the Sky Mall then?
Just get it in there. It's got to be
It'll be a
somewhere.
location now.
Can we do that?
Sure, I will do that for you.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to drag. How do I
You're fine.
change member? I'll delete that. And then I will then add. Okay. I will now vote for Sky Mall now that Athena's Apothecary is in there.
All right. Everyone's votes in?
Yeah.
It was 2, right? Were you given 2?
Yep.
All right.
We have the Floating Sky Mall, of course, called Sky Mall. And there is Martha's Brewery, big hearts. The Great Ball of Yarn, the mythical place from where the power stems.
Mm-hmm.
Sea of Needles, and Victorian England, Bath, England. Now, aren't you all searching for your power? So perhaps the Needlers Academy has sewn shut the portal to the Great Ball of Yarn.
Yeah, I like that.
Nice.
Interesting.
I kind of like the mix of like the Great Ball of Yarn and the Sea of Needles. The idea of like each of these schools has like a place of power almost. So like the Sea of Needles is like the holy land of the knitters and that sort of stuff. Well, they're knitting needles. There's probably a sea of smaller needles for the sewers.
Well, in the Loomers, we have warps and wefts, right? Like
yes.
So, like the giant warps or the spin. We have like spindles and.
Yeah, I just like that. Like places of power for all these different schools of knitting, from which they knit the world.
Of course. Why not? All right, guys, we have a few left. Let's move on for people. Now, this can also be people that you want to play, as well as NPCs.
Question related to this: for practice 2, just has nothing to do with what we're talking about now?
No, that was literally just practice.
Okay.
So if you want to add them to the people,
it's not too late for George McFly.
George McFly can be back.
Of course, George McFly could be involved. For people, I'm going to up our limit to 5 just because I find it easier to run as a GM if I have a lot of NPCs to pull from. But you don't have to do 5 if you can't think of 5. Let's go ahead and do let's do 3 minutes this time.
Can do.
Now, I forgot to do my hand motion. Can we see what people are? This is going to be the folks who live here. So we want names, we want quirks, we can do a description. We've got Ms. Badass, who has an unusually huge facial scar, but is the best knitter in the world. Stuff like that. Be colorful if you feel so inclined.
All
or
right.
if you can't think of anything but a name and you want it to be Susan House, there you go.
Susan House. I love
Susan House. B, you can let us know on that timer when we're ready to start.
In 3, 2, 1, and go.
Of course, we have a vote for Martha already. I'm going to go ahead and just put Martha in there, the owner of the brewery.
I'm gonna put all my patrons in here.
Werewolf McMuppet, who is definitely neither werewolf or a Muppet.
Who was the character that Andre the Giant played again?
That was Fezzik.
Thank you.
Fezzik's on the list already.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Ooh, someone who is trying to convince people who don't know how powerful knitting is to make a bunch of different patterns that combine like a terrorist cell? What? Each person only knows a small part of what they're doing, but they combine to be something bad.
Voltron.
Like sewing granny squares that come together into like a giant quilt.
This is very interesting. Crotchety old magical mall cop. Yes, mall cops.
Go around patrolling, trying to stop the chaos from the Loom students.
Loom students. You all run an untidy castle.
How many could we add? I didn't count.
I said 5.
Okay, thank you.
W. McMuppet seems sus. Is Werewolf McMuppet the mall cop? We'll find out. Ooh, Loom Frat Guy. This is just Imperasaur's game. So many ideas. I'm living for it. I just realized if you guys wanted to go above your 5, you could be in chat just like dumping ideas and I'd be copying and pasting and not realizing it all. Power time.
Oh gosh, I'm already at my limit. I forgot we were limited.
I mean, keep going. I only came up with 2 and then I started reading chat, so. And I don't like any of chats because they have to do with Muppets!
Buffy the Muppet Slayer. Wow! I just like torturing Bill, says Imperasaur. Bill, you have an anti-fan. Word Drew, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Word Drew is another one of the writers for this game.
Ooh, awesome.
Clever weaving professor who has a dark secret runs the Society of Muppets.
No. No. Long live Muppets. No.
I'll put in secret society, but this Muppets is going out. There we go. Adding card. I think we're out of time. Voting shall commence after we read and make sure there's nothing that we need to combine. We have
mine are the first 4, and I love them all. No, the first 5. I got 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed. I
Will you
skipped
tell
one.
me how to pronounce the top one's name?
Oh, I have no idea. Blandish.
Blandish.
I like Blandish.
Blandish. A 4-foot human wearing so many sweaters they can barely be seen.
Oh, that's me in the summertime or in the wintertime.
Magic Miracle Mike.
See, that's not me.
Why?
A grouchy old weaver who occasionally is a no-clothes model for
Yes! Magic Mike!
Whose was that?
Well, I know where my work is going to.
Incredible. The twin heads of the Needlers Organization, a pair of feuding siblings called Needle 1 and Needle 2, but who can't agree about who is who.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
cool. I like that.
Pondrake, an NB tailor who combines styles in a blasphemous way. Can someone explain what a blasphemous way is?
Well, it's like if all the gods are like we're the knitters and we're the weavers and we're the loom. This is a rogue tailor who's like, I'll knit this together and then I'll sew this together and then I'll do some crochet and add it
cool.
in. Like that, you know.
That is blasphemous.
Yeah,
It's
blasphemy.
Evil laugh included.
Bloody Pondrake.
Anna Powell, a guard who mans the gates to the Ball of Yarn. Len Humbug, the head of the Repair Guild, who only speaks in riddles. Brighton Fredo Flitchett, the last knitter in the academy and just can't seem to pass the final exam.
Oh, that's great.
I like that.
That's great.
Enough in chat for Frito.
I literally had to say that. Werewolf McMuppet, who is definitely neither a werewolf or a Muppet.
Chat. Chat.
Arthur the elephant. Athena, who runs the something, remember?
That wasn't by me.
Generic loom students. Frederick Fezzik, the friendly giant who looms over the central loom, guarding it. Quality.
Too much. Is he also a
Queen.
loom student?
Probably. Queenie, she always wants to break all the rules. Loom frat guy runs parties where people wake up in a giant spider web of thread. Oh, frat guy, stop. Martha the brewer,
Yeah.
the last person to see the yarn and tell of it.
Yes.
Jilly is the best friend of the hall monitor.
But we don't know who the hall monitor is.
But you gotta go through the best friend first, obviously.
I have a hall monitor character coming up.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
Oh my God,
Clotho,
James.
Atropos, and Lachesis. I feel like those are probably Loom students.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is that not like some kind of cloth Three Musketeers?
It
Yeah.
is, yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Clotho? That
Three
needs to be
Musketeers?
Clothos.
I'm sorry. Did you?
The Grim Reaper.
I hope you've all been having fun, but now he is dead.
Best Boy. Maybe we can combine that with the Grim Reaper.
I like that. Oh no.
James, who always wants to follow and clarify the rules. Okay, so that's the hall monitor.
Hall monitor.
Marco, who always just follows you around and only wants to protect you, but sometimes stabs you in the back.
Bloody Marco.
Jeez.
Bloody Marco.
Someone who is trying to convince people who don't know how powerful knitting is to make a bunch of different patterns and combine them like a terror cell. Each person only knows a small part of what they're doing, but they combine to something bad.
That sounds like Pondrake to me.
That's possible. Do we want to
That's
combine
real.
that?
That's
with
some real
Pondrake?
blasphemy.
Yeah, it does sound sort of like Pondrake, or at least like maybe his followers.
Yeah. Okay, I'm copying it.
Pondrake is now played by Mads Mikkelsen.
So intense.
And save and remove the duplicate. All right. Marco, did I already read Marco's?
Yep. We've
Hey,
did that.
we're on a crotchety old magical mall cop who goes around patrolling, trying to stop the chaos from the Loom students.
Let's this become a high school drama.
I just want to remind you guys where we came from, which was this time traveling We Are God scenario. Trying to fix up our castle that has been broken down.
Oh
Who
my
is
God.
feuding with other castles of arts and crafts.
Mhm.
Essentially. And now we're at like battling schools.
Now
This
now
is-
we're at. Hey McFly, did you finish that loom homework for me?
Yeah, Biff.
Can we combine this crotchety mall cop with the Miracle Mike, Magic Miracle Mike, who is a grouchy old weaver who occasionally is a no clothes model for like side money?
Get
Who
out of
else
here,
made
kids.
those?
I got stripping to do.
Are we combining those two?
No, those weren't my ideas.
Don't
I was just like, that sounds like it could be one character.
I don't know if that goes together.
Okay, we'll keep it separate for now then.
Okay.
We've got the clever weaving professor who has a dark secret.
Oh.
Runs the secret society.
That's fun.
It's also still Pondrake.
So I do have a
Definitely
question.
Pondrake.
Are you all playing gods or students?
I don't even
I
know.
think both now.
Can we
Student
have a
gods.
blend? Can some of us be like demigods?
100%. That's up to you.
Oh, are we gonna Percy Jackson this?
Haven't consumed that media, but
I'm happy to be a student trying to become a god.
yeah, I'm just a regular student who doesn't even know what gods are. They don't really practice where I come from.
Interesting.
Only
okay.
beer is practiced.
Only beer is practice? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Oh.
Martha is our god.
Long live Martha. Blessed
Sure.
be her name.
Oh my god. I'm never gonna hear the end of this.
I have fallen in love with Martha. I can't help it. She's a brewer. She's after my heart.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. All right. You all have 5 votes, unless there's anyone we need to combine for the rule of cool.
I think it's all right.
Go ahead and just get at it.
5. All right.
5. Don't forget, you might be playing some of these characters.
Oh no, I'm not playing Magic Mike.
I'm sorry. How many votes do we get?
5.
Ooh.
Defo voting for Pondrake. You
I
know,
mean,
for sure they're
Pondrake has
played
a whole
by-
backstory now.
Mhm, mhm.
You can recast if you'd like to recast.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Mads Mikkelsen.
It could be Tilda Swinton.
Last name. Ooh, yeah. You're really going for the lack of eyebrows look, aren't you?
They were burnt off in a tailoring accident.
Why is there fire?
Because it's blasphemy.
Blasphemy! Exactly.
I'm picking up what you're laying down, Bill. For the first time, we're on the same page.
You don't cut your cloth, you burn it. Oh my god, I'm tearing up.
Fire.
He's ruined a lot of outfits that way.
He's also made a lot of fabulous outfit with that charcoal smear.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Or they.
You need a sacrifice for progress.
Okay, why has nobody voted for Martha?
It's waiting
Come
for
on.
you.
Come on. I like our triplets. But also their mall cop is a must.
Also, I'm going to apologize to M in advance for writing a character who only speaks in riddles, which is purely just a job for the game master.
Do we have somebody who only speaks in riddles?
Len Humbug, the head of the Repair Guild,
Oh, of course.
who currently has
A vote.
2 votes.
Woo! 2 votes. All right, I'm
Have
just
more
going to
people?
say I know exactly how I'm going to play that. Perfect.
Oh, awesome.
Where are the Martha votes? Y'all.
I only have 5. You know what? You guys don't need my vote up here.
Yeah, PG.
I'm like, there's plenty of traction on that.
So the cool thing about this is if there's even just like one vote on something, it means that as a GM, I can back pocket this idea and be like, okay, I have this in like my book of secrets. I can pull this out whenever I need to, which is a really handy thing to have as a game master. And or you can all pick to play Martha. It's an option.
I don't think I could do her justice.
I saw the quick head turn though. I feel like you're tempted.
Considered it. I don't know. It's one of those things. Like, do I have a crush on Martha or do I want to be Martha? Like,
Working on Los Dos. I regretted it as soon as you said it. I'm so sorry. All right, everyone have their votes in?
Yeah.
One more. Sorry, I just moved mine because yeah, it did seem like Pondrake has got enough votes to pass.
To make
I
it,
don't
yeah.
know.
Steven's splitting votes.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to waste a vote on something that's already.
All right. I think we're ready. We have Pondrake, the tailor. It's definitely gonna be in our story. Magic Miracle Mike, a grouchy old weaver who was occasionally a no-clothes model for money. So many.
Sorry, I just like the term a no-clothes model. We're all just accepting like, no clothes model.
There's no such thing as nudity. It's no clothes.
Well, clothes are obviously such an important part of this society. It made sense
Right?
that like no clothes would be really.
So you're saying the
transgressive.
top 2 votes here are both blasphemous.
Yeah, I was just thinking they're probably best friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pondrake invites Magic Miracle Mike over, and he's like, "Hey, I have a job for you." And like Magic Mike stands up.
Magic Mike's like, all right, sure.
Or they're like
everything's
opposites.
tearaway.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
They're rivals.
Diametrically opposed, yeah.
We should use all styles to make clothes. We should use no styles and make no clothes.
We have the twin heads of the Needlers organization, Needle 1, Needle 2. We have the 3 musketeers of looming, potentially. Frightened Fredo Flitchett. James, the comm monitor, potentially.
I love James so much already.
Why?
Because you always have to have a lawful...
She's just lovely.
Len,
I don't know if we should do that, guys.
Oh, we're gonna get in trouble.
It clearly states in the Loom handbook that we should go in there.
We're gonna call
Magic Mike will come and take us away.
we'll discuss if it was no clothes modeling business. Okay, we have Len Humbug, Martha the Brewer, the clever weaving professor who has a dark secret, Frederick Fezzik, Blanche how did you say this name?
Blandish.
Blandish. My bad.
Oh.
Blandish.
Blandish.
Je vais le prononcer en français, mais c'est pas comme ça.
Blandish.
Blandish.
We have the magical Mallcop, Werewolf McMuppet, Jilly, and
How
I
did
can't believe
that
I
get on
voted
there?
for Werewolf McPG. Come on.
I had to.
for the patrons.
For the patrons.
All right.
Oh, and Queenie got on there. Beautiful.
We have goodies left, everyone. If I could get my beautiful slide up.
Do the hand motion, yeah.
Yeah. We need narratively important goodies. Something that is going to make like a difference to the story. So maybe it's your grandmother's loom. Maybe it is, it can be all kinds of things. Maybe it's the way you travel from floating Sky City to floating Sky City. Castle, not city, but yes. We are going to do a 2-minute timer for this.
All right.
Do we have a limit?
Let's do 3 again. You want to do 5? I saw that face.
Yes.
Okay, have 5.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
All right, I got winged dolphins from Dakanams first out the gate.
Oh, do we want to put the board back up for people to see?
Yeah, I got you.
Good night, and Professor. Appreciate you showing up. Muppet Mobile is a hard no.
See you, Jen.
Handmade Muppets. This group.
I don't even know where Muppets came from. That is a new thing today.
Antique World War II fighter planes. That is a really good point. I feel like if time travel is a thing, it would make so much sense for you to have stuff that's spread across the decades.
True.
Like the boombox. You know the one. PG regretting letting us interact with her RPG friends. That's hilarious.
Oh, goodness. If anything, I mean, you made us fall in love with y'all, so.
I got super lucky. I have the best patrons.
Oh, they're wonderful.
Surly flying kiwis. You know what? Absolutely.
Ooh, cursed knitting needles. If we don't have that, we need it.
I have barely functioning knitting needles, but I'll add that. Ooh, a large broken clock. So that would have to be narratively important if that gets voted in. Let's see. Cursed knitting needles. Well, PG deserves love, so I'm glad you guys love her.
Broken crochet needle of doom.
Old tome found in the academy basement. I like that we just have academies. Are the castles academies?
I think they've turned into schools at some point. I don't know how this happened.
I don't know how this happened. I don't know how we're gonna weave modern times in here. Hey, have you hit up Starbucks?
Skymore.
Okay, I added the ancient cloak of invisibility yarn.
Nice.
Based on running for chocolate.
Group of semi-suit pigmen. Unfortunately, we're past people. We're on to goodies.
Yeah. Also, where's our timer?
A boardroom table knitted by the old
timer
gods.
Is up.
Boardroom.
Enter your last, please.
Okay. Everyone ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Just because Magic Mike exists, I am loath to read this top one, but it is edible threads.
Yep.
Forms you need to fill out to get repairs done.
Oh my gosh, no.
That could totally be narratively important. The true
They're
sweater,
bureaucratic then.
large enough to cover a giant. A portable portal 2 ... question mark. Keep in your back pocket.
Goes to a pocket dimension.
A
Full of pockets.
Pocket portal.
Oh, Bill. Our last stitch of yarn. The broken crochet needle of doom. Important tapestries that we have weaved depicting the great stories of our society. The first scissors, the first pair of scissors that cut the first thread. The lying wind surfboard powered by its woven sail.
Ooh.
That's neat. A large broken clock, cursed knitting needles, an old tome found in the academy basement that holds dark secrets about all the time travel from previous loom followers.
Very fleshed out.
Surly flying kiwis, barely functioning knitting needles, a book of knitting patterns / templates, antique World War II fighter planes used for transportation. The ancient loom can also be golden. A giant forge where the tools are made. Handmade puppets of key characters that can be used as living voodoo dolls if they fall into the wrong hands. Special yarn that gives you temporary magic powers. Winged dolphins. The castles run on magic beer. Segways for the mall cup. Dye vats that imbue the threads. Space whales. Space whales? We're introducing like another entire genre here. All right. The ancient cloak of invisibility yarn. A boardroom table knitted by the old
yes.
That has to happen, obviously.
There was a couple cursed knitting needles and barely functioning knitting needles. Are those similar or same?
They were from two different comments in chat. I could say that those were the same. They're cursed to barely function.
Yeah, well, they have some function and then a terrible, terrible drawback. Because
Okay.
otherwise they're just sticks.
Perfect. Anything else we need to combine?
Winged dolphins and space whales.
We could definitely do that. Space whales. Where did you go? Here you
At the
are.
bottom.
Do you think there's we could combine like yarn that gives you temporary magic powers and the ancient cloak of invisibility yarn? Like that's one example of yarn that gives you powers.
Yeah, and I was kind of thinking maybe like I don't know, like the dye vat, like whatever, like that's how you gotta, that's like the
Yeah,
spell
you can mix it up with the dye vats.
would be like the
Yeah.
dye vats, and those are I don't know.
I love that.
Mm,
Like
mhm.
you treat the yarn to make the clothes to give you the powers to catch the fly. Perhaps you'll die.
That worked so perfectly in my mind. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
That's what you do.
Oh no, Butter! I forgot to make you an NPC, Butter. I'm sorry. Oh, she's mad.
Nope, she's disappeared. Oh, she's back.
The kitty. Oh, what's the cat's name?
Butter. She should have been an NPC. I forgot.
Butter?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Butter is gonna be in your backstory, so there'll be an NPC no matter what.
Yay!
All right. Is there anything else we need to combine?
Can we clarify whether the surly flying kiwis are birds or whether like you look up and some people are like, oh hey bro, what you doing? You weaving down there?
No.
Oh, you think you can weave here on my turf?
No.
You think you can do that here? Oh, get him, bro. Like that. I just don't know.
Oh.
I think it's the bird.
It's a bird.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Yeah.
making sure.
Okay. We need to vote. I need to count how many we have.
Vote time.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Oh dear.
That's so
Okay.
many.
So many. We are going to do 4 each.
All right.
Wow. Yeah, we're going to do 4. While you guys do that, I'm going to talk about these creation tokens that I briefly mentioned before, but I should have gone more in depth with. Creation tokens are something that you could use to help claim extra goodies for people for your character when you do character creation, or you can use it to influence the story. So like we've kind of like naturally evolved into doing a school type thing. If someone was like, I would like this to not, instead of being an academy focused, this is these are like temples. You could use a creation token to alter that slightly, or whatever else.
And is that something that does, like, there's no debate? Like, is there pushback there, or is that like, is that a
Someone could bid against you with their own creation tokens, but yeah, it's a creative process. Like for instance, I was playing in a game where we were having like a Western dinosaur theme. Ooh. And they were like, you know what? I really don't like dinosaurs in my games. So we used a creation token to change dinosaurs to dragons, and we had a Western dragon game. What did we call that? Wild West Worms?
Yeah.
Duskers and Dragons was also in.
That's awesome.
Voting for names.
I've done my 4.
But if you guys think of something and I've just been rip-rolling along and you're like, oh, I've had this creation token burning a hole in my pocket and I really wanted to use it, just call me out. Okay. These winged space whales. Okay.
It's happening.
Yes, y'all. I should have put a vote there. I don't even know why I did.
I'm gonna have to rewatch Finding Nemo and learn my whales speak again. Everyone's votes in?
Yep.
There now.
PG, you good?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, double checking, yes.
Sweet. All right, let's see what we've got. We for sure have the dye vats that can imbue magical powers into the thread that give their temporary powers, I do believe. This is what we've decided upon. And like, for instance, invisibility yarn. Perhaps depending on how well they've been crafted, it depends on how temporary the powers are.
That's why the ancient one is so good.
Yes.
They had to go back and be like, it was a permanent invisibility cloak.
Mm-hmm. The ancient loom can also be golden. Important tapestries that we've weaved depicting the great stories of our society. An old tome found in the Academy basement that holds dark secrets, all about all the time travel from previous loom followers. Our last stitch of yarn. That means you all have a finite amount. Okay.
Yeah, that's an intense one.
That's
I didn't
really
vote for that.
intense. I don't even remember reading that. I wonder if I was scrolled incorrectly.
But if you like start with the last stitch of yarn, you can be like holding on to it, and then that's why we need to go like find that giant ball of yarn that we voted to be a place, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we're down to the last stitch.
It does kind of go against the top one though, right? Which had way more votes, saying that, we can make all kinds of different yarn and they have different powers and stuff. So I don't know. I mean,
do you think it goes against it? It feels like it's a sequential list of like, you're down to your last thing of yarn and you can only give it one power, but then like you want to do more. So we have to go find the ball of yarn to expand our world of yarn to then take full advantage of the powers that we're given, or to travel back like we do to get the ancient cloak that was previously made and bring that, like, it kind of like adds a, I don't know if it necessarily goes against it. I think it just like adds a sequence to our goals if we have them.
How do you all feel? Is it contradictory or complementary?
I could be swayed either way, I think.
a definite layer of complication. A lot of our society seems to be based on the fact that yarn is like a infinite tool. Like that's how we get repairs. It has to do with our portals.
I think it's a great inciting incident.
Even if you think about it like time travel, right? Like we're in a time where we're down to our last stitch of yarn and we use it to travel back to the times when there was yarn everywhere, to the yarn times.
I was picturing like this epic room of dye vats, but now I'm wondering if you have like portable dye vats like on your hip. You're like, oh, we need this power, and you like dunk your yarn in there for the specific scenario.
Yeah, there's some fun things you could do with it. I don't know. To me, they feel complementary.
I like
like
limited resources too. It's just like a motivating thing. They like force us into action.
Yeah.
Yeah. The forms you need to get repairs done because your tip is broken.
Voted for that one.
Handmade.
But they're all written as riddles because the guy wrote them. So you have to figure out how to do the form.
We have a vote for the handmade Muppets of key characters. We have a book of knitting patterns / templates, a large broken clock, space whales, and winged dolphins. Wow. I'm just going to recap. I know we're over time, and I am so very sorry about this. I'm going to go ahead and
clearly
recap.
Your fault, not ours.
I know. It's my bad, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to go over whatever we made. And then at the very last step is we are going to throw down names for this Arium so we know what to call our stream. So we are for sure having a modern day mythology type game. There are moving castles, a la Howl's Moving Castle. And there's magic and there's tech because we are in modern times. There is definitely going to be time travel / portal antics, and we may have some dark comedy themes. Big picture, we are either gods or students searching for our powers to get our castle working again. There is perhaps a missing artifact that needs to be tracked down. The portals can only open to places where you've had an emotional connection. The castles are at war with each other. So we have things like the Loom Castle, which is now an academy. If I am correct, castles are academies.
Yep.
That's kind of what happened. Does anyone disagree with the academy?
One of them says, so we have the School of the Loom and we have Needler's Academy. So maybe they have different names.
Sure.
Yeah.
But they are places.
They're academies in function. Yeah.
All right.
Do we still have the concept of us finding an old one?
Yes, you do.
Because how nice is that as like an opening scene? Like, as the group of us, the last thread of yarn that we've got, we find this abandoned castle. We go like back in time, and then it's like a thriving school of people learning to like. It's kind of like we start from like the dilapidated ruins of what used to be the School of the Loom. We're trying to restore it to. That's kind of like, I like that feeling. Like it gels together nicely.
I dig it.
Definitely. So yes, we have the fallen castle that is in disrepair, and we have knitting is the only way to repair it. So the knitting guild is the same as the castle repair guild, and they're both all powerful and procrastinating. So perhaps getting it up and moving to actually travel to places is going to be difficult. We also have a group that abhors portals who try to close them, which is possibly going to be the Needler's Academy, because the portals we are finding are sewn shut. Maybe that's just a rumor, though. Who knows? And we have the School of the Loom has always been at war with the Needler's Academy. We have a floating castle mall where people can go buy their supplies. We have Martha's Brewery, and there are places of power, such as the Great Ball of Yarn and the Sea of Needles, where these different schooling institutions draw their source of power. We have a whole bunch of people that are going to flavor this world, and we have a bunch of goodies that go along with this mad creation we have cobbled together. Now that I've done that, I'm just going to review our Lacuni, make sure that none of what we did is going to contradict what we have originally said we didn't want, which is no modern politics, no sexual violence, no violence to animals or children, no dinosaurs, no racism, transphobia, sexism, no sexual coercion without consent, no references to Will's birthday, and no superheroes. So I feel like we've safely avoided all of that through our creation. So thank you as players.
Question.
Yes.
If it's in a school, are we counting high schoolers as not children, or is it a setting that will be inherently without violence?
It could be a, like more of a university age.
Yeah.
I just think high schoolers aren't children.
I mean, they are.
That's a good question. What age group do you want to play?
I'm cool
that's
university students, though.
I think
Adults.
university.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm happier not being a child.
My golden years, yes.
All right, with that all in mind, let's go over our the name of our world. Let's do a 2-minute timer.
Butters.
And we can just brain dump any good ideas you have. If you were like at 5, or yeah, if you're at 5 and you're like, okay, I have one more that I have to do, go ahead and throw it down. Chat, you are also welcome to call out names. The last Arium stream that I did, I got the name from chat, and it was very fun. And yeah, it was a cyberpunk world called Hooked on Tronics.
That's good. All right, starting in 3, 2,
Oh,
1.
we're already in there.
Oh,
You're good.
y'all.
Let's hope PG doesn't get kicked out of this uni. Did you get kicked out of uni, PG?
I did actually.
Oh, what? One day I need to know this story.
That story is actually how I got cast on Survivor too. That's why they know.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
The
Can I just
Spindleverse. That's neat.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, clearly it has to be a Stitch in Time. Like that's obviously the best one.
Favorite. It's so
Yeah.
dorky though.
What about my alternative to that? Oh, what a tangled web we weave.
Muppet Werewolves. Get out of
Get
here.
out of here! No Muppet werewolves.
Ooh, Threaded Academies. Good one. Tangled Web We Weave. I have to put this on promos. It's going to be like huge.
Crocheted so.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
Not with the puns.
Yarnin vibes.
I got that. Down to about our last 30 seconds. Crafted castles. That's good.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's good stuff. I do like me some alliteration.
Kirby's Epic Yarn. Let me guess. Is that Marco?
That's a good game. All right, and time.
Okay, I'm grabbing the last few from chat and then we will read through. There are so many good ones. I don't know how we're going to pick. All right,
Spin
let's-
class. That's amazing.
That's really good.
We have Sewn Together, the Wovevermore, Educated Weavers, What a Tangled Web We Weave, A Stitch in Time, Hearts and Crafts, Arts and Crafts, Warp Speed, Castles Held Together, The Great Tapestry, The fabric of space-time. That is so clever. Warp speed again, so I'm going to remove one. The loom of doom. The lady doth weave too much, methinks. Kirby's epic yarn. Loom ahead. The Spindleverse. Threaded academies. Crochet it ain't so. Crafted castles. Yarns and vibes. The Loominaries.
Ooh, I like that.
Some great ones.
Knits about time. That's so clever. Knitwits.
Nitwits.
And spin class.
Steven's face. It's very happy with Nitwit.
I'm delighted with that. That was great.
That was like the brain exploding emoji. You're excited.
Okay. There are so many good ideas. I don't know how you all are going to choose. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, then.
One
You guys are going to get 5 votes.
Ooh,
Just 5?
That's too many. What do you mean just?
I know. We can only have one. There can only be one. It's not.
Okay, for sure, some together.
There can be a subtitle.
There could be.
I
We'll see
do
what happens.
love a lady doth weave too much, methinks, but I can't vote for it. The Luminaries are so good. No, you all can't vote for it because I don't want to vote for everything something Yella voted for. No.
That just means it's good.
But it
For this one, we
is.
need like a victor, right? Like a.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is only,
we have
you only can have, there can be only one.
We might be
Just-
the Luminaries.
I think we'll be the Luminaries.
The Spindleverse is
Come
pretty
on,
good,
Nitwit.
though. Nitwits is
We could have it be like, "Welcome to the Spindleverse."
where we spin tails together.
That can be like my opening catchphrase.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Spindleverse. The Luminaries.
Are we, what, 4, 5?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have one more.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's. I can't believe that Crochet It Ain't So isn't higher up on this list. I'm just saying. That was one of my top picks right there.
It's okay. Oh, Lumadoom.
Okay. I think there's a clear winner.
I think so.
It's the lady doth wave too much.
The Luminaries. So that is what our mini series is going to be called.
That's
The
awesome.
Luminaries.
That's really great.
Yeah.
What if
Who was that?
what if I had a creation token to make us the Luminaries of the Spindleverse?
I would be very supportive.
I am okay with that. I like the Spindleverse.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do it.
What if I use one of my tokens
Oh
to
my
make
God, stop.
to make the title "The Luminaries of the Spindleverse" doth
No.
protest too much for things.
No.
Colon
I
Nitwits.
want to outvote Bill.
Mhm, that's what my token is for.
That's so good.
All right. In that case, I noticed you had stars and wishes on here. Do we have time for that, or
It's up to you, and the group. I don't. If you
I
want to,
have
you can.
already gone over half hour.
Yeah, you could save that for a session as well.
We'll save
That's
that for a
usually
session.
when I actually use it.
Perfect.
Okay.
In that case, thank you so much for watching our world building session, and I can't wait for next week when we actually play the Luminaries of the Spindleverse. It's
And-
going to be incredible.
Shout out to my patron Cody who came up with both of those actually.
Yes.
Wow, Cody,
10
way to
out of
go!
10,
My God.
Cody.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Thank you so much for watching.
I think
my
that
name-
deserves a PDF copy of Arium Create for Cody.
Oh,
Oh,
There are prizes.
PG.
Did you know there were prizes?
I didn't. I would have tried. I'm just kidding. My name is Emily. I'm gonna just like tell you everyone's name real quick. You can find me at Level 1 Geek here on Twitch. We have B. B, where can people find you?
On Twitter is at B_Zelda, or on Instagram, where I really only post pictures of my dog, and that is at B_Zelda_.
Perfect. Will, where can people find you?
Ooh, okay. You can find me on IG or Twitter at WLMun, or you can find me everywhere else if you look up Adept Icarus. That's website, that's Twitter, that's Facebook, that's all over the place.
PG, are you okay if people drop these in the comments?
I'm totally fine. I'm
Go
totally
ahead and drop your links. Bill, tell us about where people can find you.
You can find every weird little thing I'm doing at consumethismedia.com. And then, because there's sort of different Twitter pages for all the different shows. And if you want to do more stuff on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/playthisgame_live. And we're playing Nancy Drew on the weekend if you want to watch us start a new Nancy Drew game and do lots of puzzles. So that's like Saturday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern, Sunday morning for me.
Amazing. Steven, where can people find you?
I'm just twitter.com, Stephen Fishback.
Just twitter.com. That's fine.
I'm all over the place.
I got it. I bought it.
Check it out.
All right. And PG, everyone obviously knows you, but do you have anything else that you wanted to strut?
No, you guys know me, PG. You can also join the Patreon. That is patreon.com/PG Plays, PEIHGEEPLAYS, where I run a lot of games. If you guys saw, these are a lot of my patrons in the chat, and there was a lot of references to Werewolf. That's because I run custom text-based kind of RPG werewolf, like hidden role games. So if you want to play any of those with us, it's really fun. And we play other games like Among Us, One Night Ultimate Werewolf, all different kinds of stuff. So join the Patreon if you guys had fun with this. And I thank you guys all so much for watching this, for giving this a chance. And I want to give out a shout out to, I saw somebody had just subbed, if I can find it again. So I just want to say thank you so much to Short Louise for your sub. Thank you.
Hey, that's all I had. See you guys next week.
This was so much
Thank you
fun.
so much
Thank
for
you
running
guys.
this. This was really fantastic.
It was wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
Thanks
this is
all
where
to Will.
we wave goodbye. Bye.